I've got Coach Roseanne on the line right now. Good afternoon, girl. How are you?
Hey, good afternoon, girlie. How you
I'm
doing?
great. You look fantastic. This staying in has done
Oh,
some good
I'd
things for
love
you.
I'd love to see you, but I'm sure you look amazing as you always do, girl. As you always do.
I
How are you
try.
doing in this season?
I try.
You look fantastic. Always.
Well, it's been a trying season for me, and
Hasn't it?
yes,
Yeah.
I've kind of used this platform as a diary just to talk about the things that I find everyone wants to talk about, and sometimes
Right.
people do not know who to talk to, and you're thinking you're the only one going through it. It is a period of uncertainty, and
It
everyone
is for
is
sure.
trying to get a support group or follow the right people on social media just to get tips on how to navigate, and
Isn't it?
every time we speak to you, you always have gems and you always share with us some good stuff that we carry along with us. Today's
Oh, thank
trendmill
you.
topic is all about wellness and, of course, physical and mental fitness. It's very
Yes.
difficult. How's your experience during this time?
Honestly, my experience has been just like everybody else.
Yeah.
There's a level of uncertainty,
Yes.
just not sure what's going on, and especially it's not like regional,
Yeah.
but it's a worldwide event that's going on.
Yes.
And so that for me it's been unsettling more so because my sisters are in the nursing field and they are in America. They're
Wow.
in Boston and in Texas, and actually
Yes.
one of them is already dealing with patients in the ICU. So that for me is very unnerving and unsettling,
Yeah.
just because my sisters are in the front line.
Yeah.
Um, and then now what I've done is I'm really trying to apply the principles that I teach my clients,
Mm.
which is when things are not, when you cannot control any situation that's out there, the only thing you have left to control is yourself. And
Yes.
what are those things you can control? You can control your mind. You
Mm.
can control the thoughts that come into your mind. You
Yes.
can control your actions, which in turn will control your habits. And so we have control over ourselves.
Yeah.
Yes, there's so much that's going on. There's a level of uncertainty that I do not want to belittle that.
Yes.
It's scary. It is it's really scary because we are in a season where the entire world has never been. Actually, I was talking to one of my girlfriends yesterday, and I was saying, for me, it feels like we are at a war. You know how in
Mm.
history books we would read about the World War I, World
Yes.
War II, and for us it was just stories that we heard.
Yes.
Then I thought, as we get older and when our time is over on this earth,
Yes.
history is going to be written about this war that happened on with viral. Like
Yeah.
there was no, it's not biochemical. What's the word? Um, it's a medical war basically, which is what's
Mm.
happening and it's what we're seeing. Yeah.
Mm.
So I'm saying now that it's going on, what we need to do is control what we can, do
Yes.
what we can, and also just really listen to what the scientists and the government's telling us.
Yes.
Stay away, stay at home, lock yourselves up. We're going to diminish. And listen, this is the thing, Monique. We have such an amazing, for us in Kenya and in Africa,
Yeah.
honestly, what's happened in the West and in Europe, they've gone ahead of us.
Yeah.
So they've really sort of set the pace for us. It's
Right.
up to us to do what needs to get done
Yes.
so that we are not falling into their steps. And I'm
Right.
saying God has sort of spared us.
Mm.
It's if we are not smart enough to do what needs to get done, it's really on us. It really is on us.
Because we've observed the trends. I mean, it's great that you highlight that, and everything is playing out the way it's been playing out abroad. It's now coming closer to home. When you're thinking it's
Right.
them, look at these people. You know, we used to look at Instagram profiles and friends of ours abroad, and celebrities that we
Right.
admire, and you'd see people panic in foreign countries, and you see Italians singing on balconies, and you're like, they're crazy, but they're trying to
know.
stay sane. And as you know,
Yes.
the impact on our health and our well-being is something that we must talk about. It's easier said than done.
Oh, we must do that. Oh,
We've got so many different
Listen, let me tell you what I've been
personalities.
doing.
So many different personalities. There are people who just bad news. They can't take it the way another person would take it. And
Yes,
it's
so
all over
true,
it's
so
all over
true.
the press, and it's everywhere you go. And the paranoia of you washing your hands and not being able to do the things that you call normal.
Yeah.
We need to not downplay that there are people who are emotionally and psychologically affected by this season.
No, they're there.
Yes.
They are there. And you know, you've actually said the right word, the new normal. This is a new normal.
Yeah.
And when it comes to a new normal, us as human beings, the beauty that we have as human beings is we can adjust and we can pivot. And that's what it's calling us to do right now.
I
We need
love
to
that.
adjust and we need
Adjust.
to pivot to this new normal. That's what we need to do. That is what we need to do. And not downplaying the people who struggle. Now, if you're one of those people who tends to be anxious, you're one of those people when any bad news comes up, you're freaking out. You are panicky. Different people deal with those things differently. This is what I say. Again, remember, this is not under your control.
Yeah.
What you want to do is control what you can do. And the first thing I want you to do, if you're one of those people that gets bad news and you panics, turn off any form of media that is coming in, whether it's your social media, whether it's your television, whether it's the newspapers, whether it's that friend that you call and you guys are chit-chatting and you're just feeding off of each other on the bad news.
Yeah.
That's the first thing I want you to do. Do not let this news affect you. Interestingly, one of the things I coach my clients to do is when you start your day on a positive note. You want to start your day with gratitude. And this is something, Monique, I'd encourage our listeners to do. You start your day every day with gratitude, because even in this season, Monique, there's so many things you could be grateful for. For instance, I'll tell you, like today, in my gratitude journal, one of the things that I wrote was, I am so grateful that I'm getting to spend more time with my kids.
Yeah.
I am so grateful I am getting to spend more time with my husband, because now we're all working from home.
Yes.
I am so grateful that I am able to breathe. That I'm able to breathe. I am so grateful that I am able to do the things that I could do in my environment. For instance, working out is something that I'm doing on a regular basis. Like literally, I am working out 5 days in a week.
Girl, so I can tell. You look amazing.
Oh, thank you, girl. Thank you. Monique, girl, you know how to make me feel good. But
no. I'm all about the endorphins, I'm all about that. And that's why I think your energy is so contagious. And I wouldn't think of a better person to have this conversation with. When we talk about feeling good and making sure that we also, are careful with the words we use, even to others. Instead of saying, we're stuck at home. I can't believe you say, I'm safe at home. I'm working out now. I can enjoy the view of my house. We were laughing about people who never sit on their couches in their homes. The 9 to 5, the drill. It's now a forced go slow. So you have to embrace everything you've worked for. It's time now to sit in the space you created. The thing that you call home. What is home to you? It's time to redefine that.
That is so true. And let me tell you, Monique, the minute people my dogs, can you stay out? Go in.
Tell them you're working from home.
I know.
I love that though. But one of the things that you're known for on your social media platforms is your workout regimen, and you're religious about it, and you're very practical, and you give very organic solutions, especially when it comes to women's lifestyles. Now I'm sure you've adjusted that from the usual routine. The physical fitness of it all. There's people who believe that if I don't go to the gym and I'm not surrounded by sweatpants and treadmills and other people, I paid for my registration. I did my New Year resolution. I have to be at the gym every day. What would you say to someone like that who is feeling down in the dumps? Because to them, working out is being in that space psychologically. It enhances their experience, because I'm around other people that are doing it like me. What would you say to them?
And let me tell you, and I love that you've asked that question, because this is the time that myth is being busted. Okay, you don't necessarily have to go to the gym.
Yes.
You literally could use anything in your house to help you work out.
I saw someone climb a table. I saw someone climb a dining table.
Yes, you could do that. You could use your chair. You could use your bed. You could use your water gallon. This is a flask.
Yes.
So I could use this flask as my resistance weight. So you're lifting it up and down, and you're doing your bicep curls with this. Or you're pushing it all the way overhead. Right. And this is what you're using as dumbbells. So there's so much that you can do. Out. There's so much. I'm so sorry.
No, I love it. I love how real this is.
Dog. I swear you gotta see that dog. And
you have the cutest dog ever. I love that they could join us here on the Spice Drive. It's so cute.
but these are the things. So
Yes.
those are some of the things that you could use at home. You could use the chairs that you're sitting on to do work on your arms. Like this is an area, one of my trouble spots.
Yes.
So you're doing what's called tricep dips with your chair.
Yes.
So the fact that we're home, I love it, Monique, because now we're completely demystifying the whole notion that you must go to the gym. You don't necessarily have to go to the gym. And also, this is another thing, Monique, that I'm so happy about. Karura Forest.
Yes.
That place is packed because people are like, you know what? I don't want to be stuck in the house. There's an element of social distancing, but people are walking.
People are
using nature. Yes, people are using nature. And it's also been a time, and what I'm saying also, like for me and my husband, there's something we used to do before, but we haven't been consistent.
Yes.
Evening walks. So just both of us going out for a walk in the neighborhood and catching up on how your day's been, from whether you are in the bedroom or downstairs in the den, So this is a really good time to catch up, and well-being also, by the way, Monique.
Yes.
On top of physical, it's even that relational, because on top of one of the things that really helps us live longer, stay longer. When you think about centurions, people who've lived for 100 years.
Yes.
It's not even the exercises. Yes, they walk, they do all that, but it's the relationships and the friendships that they forge. So this is a good time.
It's back to basics for everything.
It really is. It really is.
You threw that in. You threw that in, and when you were talking about, how much you're hydrating, I was, curious, but you kind of answered my question about how it's, going in the TLC area. That's a very important one, because a lot of people have more time to do that. There's a misconception that people are doing loving more because they have a lot more time. So I
listen, I'm all about the love. I'm all about it.
You're all
Let's
about it.
More.
So it's more than just also that personal well-being, but it rubs off, with the people around you. And I see that you're highlighting, maximize on the positives. There's always a silver lining. Listen,
I'll tell you this, Monique, for sure. When I look at all my mentors and people that I look up to, Tony Robbins is actually one of them that I look up to. And one of the things he said, he's about 60 years old. He was like, I was here during the Vietnam War. I saw it come and I saw it go. And then when you think about the ebbs and flow of really in the century, things come and these things go. I was there during the financial crisis in 2008, 2009.
Yes.
That came, it was really hard, but guess what? It passed. So this is again another season that we're in.
Yes.
That is literally, we are in the middle of the storm right now.
Yes.
But what's going to happen is, and this is what I'm telling everybody and even trying to really tell my clients, this is the moment where you determine what it is that you want to do. This is a time to focus on your health.
Yeah.
This is the time to focus on your nutrition, time to focus on those goals, time to focus on rearranging your cabinets. That's what I was doing over the weekend.
Yeah.
I literally redid my bedroom. Looks fantastic. And you know what that does? It honestly clears up the clutter mentally. I didn't realize, but I felt like I was carrying some clutter, which I hadn't felt otherwise.
Yes.
So this is a good time, Monique, to hunker down and to do what you need to do. If it's working out, I'll tell you. Simple. Follow you've seen my Instagram.
I'm all over your Instagram every day.
Right? It's simple things you can do at home.
Yes.
It doesn't have to be complicated, but it's going to help you. That is number one. So you gotta work out. Then what do you want to do in this season when you're home? A lot of people have been saying, Roseanne, I want to lose weight. Guess what? This is such a good time to actually start working on losing weight. Because guess what? You're not going to be working for the next 1 month. And that easily can be 2 kilos. And that's a lot of weight right there that you could drop when you're home. Okay.
Yeah.
So you're working on your nutrition. You are moving and moving. By the way, this is the other thing. Actually, how could I forget to tell you this, Monique? I don't even know I forgot this.
Yes.
A lot of people tend to think that once you go to the gym, that is where you expend the most energy. But listen to this. You actually expend the most energy when you do what's called a NEAT. It's called a NEAT, which is all these other things you're doing in the house.
Yes.
You're sweeping your room, you're making your bed, you're showering. all these other little things that you're doing,
Yes.
they actually burn you more calories than going to a gym. Hey!
Amen to that. Amen to that. The gyms,
Yes.
the gyms don't want you to hear it. The gyms don't want you to hear it. They want you to pay for that membership, and maybe there's a blessing in disguise here. Before I
There
let you
really
go,
is.
before I let
Yes.
you go, I'm going to give out a traffic update, and then I've also got the record rumble coming up in a bit. But Coach Roseanne, what has been the biggest lesson for you during this time, even on a personal level? Because we're talking about your mental and physical well-being. Yes, there's ways to maximize on the things that we've got instead of focusing on what we don't have. We focus on what we have, and then also knowing that we have each other. We've got health. We're still alive. We're not stuck at home. We're safe at home. It's important the words we use during this season. On a personal level, what would you leave us with that we can carry with us on today's treadmill topic for everyone who's thinking, okay, she's a coach. She's really good with the words, and she knows exactly what to say. She's coaching us. But a personal experience before we wrap it up.
So I'll tell you what I'm doing for myself.
Yeah.
There's 4 areas that I'm focusing on. Number 1 is my faith.
Yes.
So I'm completely hunkered down in my faith in God.
Yes.
And I'm praying and I'm seeking him more on a daily basis. That's a
Right.
very practical thing that I am doing.
Yes.
Number 2 is my family. I am leaning in more into my family.
Yeah.
We are talking more as a family. We're spending more time together. Interestingly, actually, one of my daughters wrote once they went back to school online,
Yes.
but said, what have you learned about the positive and the negative about the corona? But one of the things she said about positive was, I'm spending more time with my family. And that I felt it because it's like, I need to just spend more time with the
Right,
kids. So that's what
right.
I'm doing, just spending more time with my family.
Yes.
The other is my fitness. And so what is it that I am doing? In this season, I am hunkering down because, again, I am working online. I am not going to, I do a lot of engagements, speaking engagements. So a lot of those obviously were canceled. But what I'm doing is, what can I focus on right now? And for me, it is my fitness. So there's faith, there's family, there's fitness, and then just really looking at finance. Okay, things have shifted, things have changed. What do I need to do? Where do I need to cut off my spending so
Right.
that I can really just hone in on what's happening? So those are the 4 specific areas I am focusing on that are very practical.
Yes.
That is my faith, my family, my fitness, and my finances.
Ooh, power Fs. I like it.
Thank you, girl.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I think you need to bill me later after this because you just gave us a masterclass. I appreciate it, Coach
thank you,
Roseanne. It's
dear.
always
You
good
are so
to see
welcome.
you and to talk to you.
Thank you for having me, and call me anytime we need to chat.
Oh,
all right?
yeah, we're going to do that for sure.
Thank you, honey.
All right, love.